Guys, welcome to the live stream. It's been 2 weeks, no live stream. Now we're back, and we brought Yaiderenko with us. So we're 5. We have enough to talk about. Welcome, guys. Special welcome to the guys that went on the UK trip. EyeJax, Sahbi. The guys are back home. How was the trip, guys?
Was fantastic. We're a little bit tired today, but we're here. No, it was fantastic, man. London is a lovely city. We've never been there both, so we saw a lot. Got acquainted with a lot of people we know online. Got to meet them in person. One of our viewers, Gary, was very his hospitality was like out of the roof. Very much enjoyed that. We went to the Manchester United game versus Aston Villa on Sunday. We had to travel for like 68 hours to get there and get back, but we managed. And on Tuesday, we went to the Arsenal-Chelsea game, which was fantastic also. So, we had a great trip. And
Where did you guys watch the Cup game?
We watched it on the phone after the Manchester United game, because the Manchester United game was 3 o'clock our time. So it was done around 5. We did some content with Flex from United View, and then straight along after that we watched it on the phone.
Yeah.
And started to travel back. That took like 6 hours literally. So we were quite tired.
I can imagine. Sahbi, same for you?
Yeah, man. I mean, as Ajax said, we loved it. We walked a lot. We've seen a lot. Great matches. Arsenal, great goals. United, great atmosphere. Shout out, of course, to Flex UV, but in general also Gary, hospitality, Martin, who helped, who was with us a lot. So now was excellent. It was a great time, man. Enjoyed it. Next time you're coming along with us.
I'll try, man. I'll try. We'll try. So you're back to Amsterdam, back to Ajax, basically on your mind. You guys saw it on the phone a little bit. So let me ask you the question before I go to Yaiderenko and PapiMento as well. What were your thoughts on what you saw on Sunday, the Cup game in general, quickly? Sahbi, go ahead.
Yeah, it was okay. I've seen not a lot of shots, or I think no shots at all on goal. But Broby was unlucky. But overall, it was not the greatest game. Unlucky. Penalty shootouts always a lottery, as they say. But nothing to do about it. Then we move on.
All right. Did you see a better Ajax in the week before?
Yeah. Better than the game in Eindhoven, indeed.
Yeah. All right. EyeJax, what was your opinion on the game, on the Cup game, from what you could see?
Yeah, just unlucky, man. Also because I believe we hit the post during the game. A few of the penalties were unlucky. I believe Broby hit it on the crossbar. So sorry, Timber hit it on the crossbar. Yeah, the Broby one they're searching still. But no, it's just a pity to again lose against PSV, and I think some viewers are happy with that. Capster, congratulations. So you don't have to ask any questions during the stream. Congratulations, man. Well done. It's just
hurts,
a pity.
right? It hurts.
It's just a pity, that we do not grab any prizes this season, and we're in the mud. So it was a little bit better than a week before, but it wasn't all peaches and cream still. So just move on and try to forget it and rebuild next season.
All right. I'm just going to finish it off with also asking Yaiderenko and PapiMento. So Yaiderenko, quickly on Sunday, the Cup game. Any last thoughts about the game you want to share with us?
Yeah, what the guys already told, it wasn't the worst, but what is baffling to me is that you have no chances in the extra time, that there's no push to at least enforce something the one way or the other way, but just keep waiting until the sword of Damocles falls. Yeah.
Nice one, bro.
All right, Puppy. What about you? What about you?
Yeah, I thought if you look at the chances, we were unlucky. Not a good game from both sides, but I thought we had it a little bit better, like than PSV. They were just reactive, and we were trying to play some football. I mean, look, as Sahbi said, a penalty can go either way. So, they did better than the week before that. And the main issue is not that. It's that the squad doesn't have the quality to measure up to big games. So that's my conclusion after the season, after the games.
Wow, I'm amazed actually how deflated we sound right after the cup
We
game.
are deflated, man.
Already. I think if our regular viewers heard us like a month ago, we were all excited, still positive, and now everybody's like, yeah, we were better than last week, but yeah, it's a lottery, yeah, whatever.
No, listen up. We have an excuse, Sahbi and I, because we had like a exhausting trip for 6 days. Just got back. What is your guys' excuse?
I
My
don't know.
excuse is
The whole
that I had to watch Ajax a
Yeah.
couple of times this season, and it's hurting my eyes.
All right. Listen, guys. Also for the viewers, thank you for joining. So what we will ask you, it's basically what we're going to do today. We're not going to talk about, or maybe a little bit about the coaching, who will be our coach at the end, but that will be briefly. We talked a lot lately, last month, about, Mislintat and, the board and all these kind of things. So now we're going to focus a little bit more on the squad, the players. We still have 4 games to play in the eredivisie, and still, I will ask that also at the end. What do you guys think? Will we manage still to be second, third, maybe fourth even, or go into playoffs, maybe Conference League? So we have a lot to play for, and it's very important. But in general, I want to look at the current squad and looking at the season, how they performed. And I just want you to conclude a little bit already. What do you think we should do with this player? Is there a future for him? Can we keep him? Should we sell him? Should we loan him out? Etc. etc. So I'll be going through all the players of the first squad. So I will not focus on the young Ajax players. And I also want the viewers also to react on that. And if they have a question, please drop it. I will try also to include that in the discussion. So let's see how far we can get, and let's see what you guys think. So let me start with the goal.
out.
That's not where we're going. We're talking about the squad players. All right. But thank you, Puppy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys, let's start with the goalkeepers. So basically, I will mention the name of the player. We can go from Yaiderenko, EyeJax, PapiMento, Sahbi in that order. You can say whatever you want. You can also, if you want to give an argument, just briefly give an argument why you want to keep him, sell him, or whatever you want to do. And then we'll take that into account and we'll move on from there. All right. So this is basically what we'll be doing today. And please let us know what you think as well. And let us know whether you agree with the panels, yes or no as well. Yaiderenko, I'll start with you. So we'll start with the goalkeepers. First goalkeeper, Ruli.
Fine.
Keep?
Yeah, it's not the greatest, but yeah, you're going to mention some other names.
I am.
I'm anticipating a little bit. So, yeah.
All right.
It's-
All right. So we're keeping
he's-
him. We're keeping Ruli. All right. EyeJax.
Ruli, keep.
All right. Puppy. Go ahead, guys.
Keep
Make
him.
it a bit faster.
Yeah. Keep him. No, yeah. Go for it.
You can do it.
Yeah, my side as well,
Sahbi?
100%.
Keep? All right.
Yeah, 100%.
This
The,
one is
the, name,
anonymous.
the name says it all, Juan. He's a keeper. So let's go. Next one.
Exactly. Well, let's see about the other ones. Let's go to Postier. We know that he has a verbal agreement as far as the news goes. Still hasn't signed officially, but in your view, keep or sell or don't continue with him. We cannot sell him, by the way. It's his last contract year, I think. Yaiderenko, go ahead.
Don't sign.
Don't sign Postier. EyeJax.
Keep for 1 more year as backup, but together with somebody else that comes later in the list. So
Okay, fine. Puppy.
I agree with EyeJax.
Sahbi.
Yeah, keep him 1 year. He's very valuable in the dressing room. So yeah, he's needed 1 year.
All right. Then the player that's on
The
loan.
culture guard.
No. The player that's on loan. Oh, you want to go to Stekelenburg? Okay, let's go to Stekelenburg. You made me laugh with that, but okay. Yaiderenko, Stekelenburg.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me explain the format again, Yaiderenko. So you either say yes, let's keep the player, or no, we want to get rid of
Come
them.
on,
So,
Stekelenburg.
one of those answers.
How old is that Stegosaurus?
No, let's be. Come on, let's be nice. Let's be nice.
But be realistic. We have Rulli. He has age. We have young talents. So I would focus on that. Maybe even get an external. So I wouldn't sign Stekelenburg as well.
All right, EyeJax.
Yeah, I would thank Stekelenburg for his services. If they want to keep him as a culture guard, like Papi just referenced to, I would give him a little role in the staff and making a staff member if he's that important, because I think it's time to part ways with him in the most respectful manner.
All right, Papi.
I agree. He hasn't kept for a long time, or he should end his career or find somewhere he can be of use. So,
Maybe he can be a goalkeeper trainer or something in that line.
If he's ready for it, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that's exactly
Sahbi
my
agrees?
thought. So
All right.
yeah.
All right, very good. Welcome to the ones that are joining the stream, guys. We read all your comments. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the messages. We're also reading whether you guys agree with them, yes or no. So I'll be keeping a close eye on your comments as well. Moving forward, I'm going with, you know what? I'll go with the lone players at the end. Maybe that's easier. So I will start now. We have 3 goalkeepers. Let me go now with the right back position. So let me start with the one we signed last year, the Mexican, Jorge Sanchez, Yaiderenko.
No, go away.
So you want to sell him already after a year?
Sell.
Put him beside a dumpster. I don't care.
EyeJax.
Yeah, I'm just going to answer if I think they are good enough for Ajax to still be at the club.
Yeah.
And if I remain with 6 players in the end of the stream or something, that's it. But for me, unfortunately, like the guy, his mentality, but he's not good enough for the Ajax standard.
All right. Moving along.
Yeah, sell. Too limited for Ajax standards.
Sahbi?
Yeah, same here. Yeah, send him to the Premier League. That's where you want to go, right?
You're referring to his first interview. Yeah. All right. Wrench, Divine Wrench. Let me start with Sahbi this one. Just quickly, going the other way around. Sahbi, Wrench.
Can be kept, but not as a first team player. Not as a starter.
Hold up, you said a while back that you would offload him tomorrow, right? So
Yeah, offload him. But as you would
right,
offload
it's already
Sanchez,
a few
you can't
months
offload
later. It's already a
Jones.
few months later now, bro. It's already a few months later. What happened?
I would offload him as a starter
Okay.
because he's a starter for you, right?
No,
All right.
no. This
Okay,
season,
well
maybe,
then I rest my case.
All right. You want to keep Wrench, but not as a first team player or
No,
starter.
he's not a starter. No.
All right. Papi?
Yeah, Wrench has to compete for his position. So he needs to get a competitor there, and whoever wins that may start. But he does need a competitor to raise his level because he's injured a lot and he hasn't grown in 2 years. So it's time.
EyeJax?
bench warmer until proven otherwise.
Yaiderenko?
So.
All right. Yaiderenko.
Hold up, it's a youth product, bro. What's up?
Yeah, but with youth products, you have to be very careful, I think, because they need to play. And if they don't play, they have to go somewhere else and play. If they develop there, you can always buy them back.
But so what you're saying is he's already ripe to be sold. Already.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't think he means to the
player.
Premier League. I think he
Is
means
he a base
to.
player?
Sorry?
EyeJax. Is he a base player?
No. But I think there's still like some room left to make
After
him
2
fight
years?
for that position. I'm not saying he will.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's a bench warmer for now until proven otherwise. But I think there's
would
still
tell
some
him.
stretch within his capabilities.
I would make room for the future.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is with Wrench for me is that if you look at his previous 2-3 years that he's done with the first team already, he had only a handful of games that he was really good. And most of them, funny enough, were on the left back position, not on the right back position, in my view. But he's too inconsistent. And that's the problem. You know, he hasn't been stable at a high level. So
You know what the problem is, Juan? Like a wrench could maybe even flourish at Ajax, but he needs a solid team around him. And there have been so many bad positions this year in the team that aren't consistent. He cannot carry an extra load to make the team play well if the rest of the team isn't gelling. So like if it was the same like last season, you know, with Martinez and Timber besides him, and for example, Tagliafico there and Mazraoui would have left, it would have been easier for him because the team already clicks. But this is, I think, the downfall of many players this season. They need to be there immediately, but they actually need time to gel in, and there isn't any.
I understand, and I totally agree with you. But does this mean that we should actually give, I'm exaggerating right now, but should we give a pass to all the players? Because it actually applies to all the players. You're also hearing the same about Timber.
No, you should be careful with youth products, in my opinion, because they're of the club. They have a certain education and they can thrive. Look at Saladin. We touch upon him later at Twente. You know, he went away also for loan, and now a lot of people, including myself, want to give him a chance at least to be in the squad next season. So same with Wrench. He had a lot of injuries also last season, and he wasn't fully fit the whole season this season. So that's why I think a bench place for him would be sufficient, and it's too early to part ways with him.
All right, that's clear. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna take Regier also.
Can I just say something
go
about
ahead,
Ajax? Because
Sure.
I totally disagree with just players needing to gel with a team. You also have your individual performance and your individual quality that you have to show every game. And a lot of players that were brought in to show that kind of capability really didn't do it this season. So you can talk about a team gelling, but even the individual performance were bad. And you could still see on Kudus, for example, that he has the technical capabilities and that he was trying something in every game. But what about Bergwijn, for instance? You know, he's not showing that kind of individual quality whatsoever.
That's nice. That's nice and well said. And maybe in theory you might be right, PapiMento. But in life and in football life, it doesn't work that way. Look at Chelsea, for example. All exceptional players with exceptional quality, making it a great team overall. If you look at all the players like on their own, but they get better every week. So it's nice and easy, bless you. It's nice and easy to have those quality players. And yes, in theory, they should shine. But the team is always more important than like the individual. And if the team isn't clicking, if there isn't chemistry there, it doesn't work. And Chelsea is the perfect example of that. They spend the most in the whole Premier League, and they get better week after week.
But I'm not talking about Chelsea. I'm not talking about the Premier League, because I think all the teams in the Premier League are competitive and they have the budget to be. But I'm talking about Ajax in the eredivisie, and even those games, they're not winning. So
yeah, but that's
I'm talking about a whole different quality of players.
But you just said that a individual that has a certain quality should shine even if there isn't any chemistry or there isn't any gelling. So if that's your
at least there should be something.
If that's your theory and your rule, then that should also be applicable to the Premier League and Chelsea. Because why not? That's your rule, right? Even if there's no chemistry and no gelling, the individual qualities should suffice always. At least a spark of it.
If, for example, Kudus again, even in a bad team, he shows quality. So I expect that for multiple players within the team. And you can say, yeah, the team is not gelling, but at least you should show your qualities on the pitch. And that begins with doing your work perfectly.
Yeah, but
that hasn't been there. Yeah, okay, so for a team to work, every individual should also put in their utmost, no?
Okay, so let me give you an example. For example, a Kudus, if he needs to go forward and show his quality upwards, he leaves he has certain space within the field to go like more up front, you know. If the team isn't gelling and his colleague, you know, that's behind him does not cover for him, the space doesn't get covered. So you cannot shine, you cannot show your quality up front because you do not feel the confidence that your teammate has your back. So you'll be more, you know, careful with what you can do or what you cannot do because you cannot feel the cohesion with your other players. So it's the most important thing in my opinion. And that's why
the most basic thing that Kudus can still do, EyeJax, is hold the ball, turn away from defenders, keep the ball in play, keep the ball in Ajax's hands, and move the ball from there, and not letting yourself be defended easily. Which Bergwijn on the other side, that we paid 30 million for, doesn't do shit. So you're expecting me to believe that Bergwijn, that's costing us so much, that played in the Premier League with that kind of experience, that this season, this level, we should accept because the team is not gelling? No, absolutely not.
That's the stretch of my words.
How did we get from Rage to Bergwijn?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Because he's the most expensive player in this team, Sahbi.
That's true.
I think we'll be touching on those names you guys mentioned, definitely. Guys, even though he hasn't played a lot, I'm going to take him because he's been part of the squad lately, also on the bench a lot, even though he hasn't played. But just your opinion, because there was also news yesterday from Algemeen Dagblad regarding Regeer. So I just wonder what you guys think of that. Would you guys be open to let him go to Twente, or maybe a loan, or maybe keep him? What do you think, Yaiderenko?
I think he's a youth player. You just extended his contract, so you have to give him a chance.
Okay, so no Twente. So you're saying no to Twente then?
Why on earth would you send a potential youth player to be a starter to Twente? Because they play a different way as Ajax. So he has to adjust when he comes back. So I don't think it's a good idea. You're just wasting another year. Just test him in the preseason, and if he's out by far, then you maybe can let him go to Twente. But otherwise, I would let him with the group.
Okay, EyeJax?
Regeer, right?
Yes.
Not seeing it in him, to be honest. For me, he can go on a loan and prove himself elsewhere. By far, not good enough for the level that we need to show at the moment in the squad. So, not ready yet. Let's keep it like that. Maybe you can loan him for a year, but definitely not first squad yet, in my opinion.
Okay. Papi?
Hate to disagree with EyeJax, you know me, but loan out.
Okay, Sahbi?
Yeah, loan.
Clear. All right. Going to the center backs. Let me start with the one that we signed last year, who almost didn't play because of injuries. Kaplan. Difficult one, but Yaiderenko, what do you think?
I haven't seen him play really, so keep.
All right, EyeJax.
The limited minutes that I saw from him, and I believe those were like, if I recall very correctly, in the winter break, some friendlies or stuff that I saw him play before he got injured. Yeah. I must say, the limited minutes that I saw him play, I liked what I saw. So if he's fit and he can remain fit, definitely keep, because I think there's some talent there.
All right, Roger. Papi?
Keep. Yeah. We're limited on this position anyway, so we have to keep these players.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't seen his potential yet, basically. Sahbi?
Yeah, I mean, of course we need to keep him. We haven't seen him play. We only saw him in his friendly. I did see some parts in Turkey when he played in Turkey. It was good. So I see no reason to sell him or to loan him out. Just give him his chance.
Yeah. Let me go with you, Sahbi, on Timber. We know the situation. Timber, if we have to believe the rumors that has been in recent days, Ajax paid him 7 million signing bonus and 5 million salary to stay one more year at Ajax. So, and he had an interview recently as well, in which he said that there are more interests from clubs. Ajax would like to keep him one more year, but yeah, we don't know. It seems like he's going to exit. My question to you is, would you, let's say we already broke the bank, let's say that's the story, would you break the bank again to keep him one more year? That's the question to all of you. Sahbi.
I think we have to. He's a player that is one of the most experienced one in the squad, especially in the back line. Our back line, that's actually the weakest link. Our left side with Hato is inexperienced. We have Bassi, who was not that well this season, right back as well. So even though this season he didn't play his usual level, I think if we can have a decent center back beside him, he can flourish again. And yeah, we should break the bank for him, because otherwise it will be a huge task again to have a center back again, a center duo who can rely on each other, who knows how to build up and so on. So I would definitely don't take any chances and keep him for one more year.
All right. Papi?
No, for me, he's on the top of what we should be paying for a player. So, no, Timber, I think he's gone after this season. Also, maybe we should just continue with rebuilding. And, it also depends. Are we going to Conference League? Are we going to Europa League? If it's Conference League, no way we're going to keep Timber. Not for any amount of money.
Yeah, but we need to win. But we need to win the eredivisie. It's not about Conference League or Europa League. We need to focus for next season to win the league, to get back again into the Champions League.
Yeah, but these players play Champions League and they want their skills to be shown on the highest level, right?
Course,
so if they can move to another team and play Champions League, why would they stay and play eredivisie?
Every player within Ajax, I mean, the top players within our squad can always play Champions League at another team. It also is something about having loyalty, and maybe Timber has that as well for Ajax. I'm not expecting that for other players.
Didn't he just recently say that he stayed an extra year for Ajax because they had a lot of players leaving? So what makes you think he wants to add another year after this dramatic season?
Yeah, I would also turn the tables a little bit on the fact that if we don't become second, and we go Europa League or even worse, Conference League, I think Ajax is also obliged, or maybe they have an incentive to sell Timber, and we'll come to Edson in a bit, and also maybe Kudus, because we need the money, guys. We're budgeting on Champions League level. We have players with big salaries in the team. So
yeah, but there's no incentive to sell all of them, right? I mean, of course, there were gentlemen's agreements with Alvarez and maybe even Kudus. So I know one or maybe both of them will go, and it will be. I mean, the chances are quite high that the Timber will leave as well.
Yeah.
But then again, we need to wait what will come in, and is it quality, and do we have the money for it, and so on and so on. Because Sven, because I don't know how to pronounce his last name that well. Sven, I don't know whether he has the budget to really get in quality, because that's what he wants, right? That's what he said. He wants quality on the pitch and not potential players who has potential to become a top player. So it's going to be difficult.
All right. So Timber for you is for the transition.
I want him to stay. I mean, I expect him to leave, but I want him to stay.
All right, clear. Papi, you already said what you thought, right, on Timber?
Yeah, I mean, of course I want him to stay, but for that salary, absolutely not. And I think Ajax has no say anymore in Timber, Kudus, or Edson if they will stay or leave. I think it's already done. They're
okay.
leaving.
All right, clear. EyeJax.
Sell.
Yaiderenko?
No, I have something more to touch upon.
Oh, you paused, man. You paused.
No, I was expecting like a great reply. Sell? What do you mean? Sell?
No.
Okay, but you didn't pick up on my signals, Okay, but no, sell, and because in my opinion he's been subpar this season. He's been made co-captain. I've not seen anything that convinces me that he's even slightly ready for the Premier League. And I'm done with the players always stating that they want to leave, but do not have like the ability to view their own performance, and his performance this season has been poor also. He should be a strong holder within the team and carry the team, and I have not seen any of that this season. He has had some games that he is okay-ish, maybe a little bit good, but a lot of matches that he's been subpar or below par. So you can tell me whatever you like. He has a contract until 2025. If Manchester United comes for him and they want to pay serious money because they're still interested, you need to take that money because the value has gone down. The contract years have gone down. He only has 2 years left. And for me, even if you're finishing third or fourth, you just need to start rebuilding. And for me, it's not a good thing to pay him even more to stay on for a year and then lose more money on him with only 1 year of contract left. You saw how that went with Gravenberg. But what baffles me is that all those players, and Timber is still a young lad, they think already that they are ready for the biggest competitions in the world. And you could even see with Gravenberg, who is way further in his growth and process than Timber is at the moment. He's not even cutting it. He's a bench player, even with our players that are like big players for us, like Mazraoui. He's not even playing. He's like third choice at Bayern, or maybe fourth. So they should have a hard look at themselves. If they want to go for the money, well played, well done, go for it. But if you say that you love the club, but you get a big bonus to stay on, is that real club love, or is there something else behind that? And don't get me wrong, I like him, I like the player, I like the potential he has. But if I judge this season, he's by far not ready for the Premier League. And we already can conclude that this season, a lot came from Martinez. I didn't expect that to be that great of a portion if I had to judge last season. But him going away from Ajax exposed the weaknesses of Timber also, because we saw those interviews, we read those interviews that Timber already said, when I'm dozing off within a match, it is Martinez keeping me awake. It is Martinez carrying the troops. He was the true leader. Didn't expect that if I had to judge it last season. I know Martinez was a leader, but Timber was very good also. And this season, he's nowhere near that level. So if I have to make a decision now, I say sell for a good amount of money. Take the money while you can.
Bless you,
that's
Yaiderenko.
because
Just one moment.
But EyeJax,
I just want to say
team
one
is
thing. One moment. I just want to say one thing. Marco van Basten said earlier this week that Timber is one of the few good footballers in the team, and the rest of the players around him are garbage.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you just there. Who did say that? Who did say that?
Van Basten.
Marco van
Yeah,
Basten.
I'll rest my case.
All right. You guys want to react quickly on EyeJax, guys, because we're running out of time. We have to cover a lot of players still. Go ahead.
No, I just have one question, not necessarily for EyeJax. It's just more about if Ajax wants to break the bank for Timber, does that mean he would extend with 1 more year, or would he keep his current contract? Because that's an important thing to take along. If he would extend with another year, then for me it's fine. But if indeed Ajax would pay him more just to stay 1 more year without extending, then of course I agree with EyeJax on this, because it would be absolutely stupid to proceed.
Just from my information, because I wasn't aware of that, but how many did he got paid to stay on 1 more year? Because I just missed it in the stream when you said it.
It's not fact-checked, to be honest. This appeared on Twitter, and some people are saying this is true. 5 million salary, 7 million bonus, signing bonus.
Signing bonus, 7 million?
Yes.
And then if that's true, and then you call that I stayed for the love of the club. Sorry.
You cannot blame him for the fact that our
no, I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him that he got the best deal for himself, but not stated like it's love for the club. Come on, man. Seriously. If that's true, it's disgusting.
All right. Yaiderenko, Yaiderenko, it's your turn about Timber. Go ahead.
Okay, so.
All right. Bassi, guys. Kelvin Bassi, Yaiderenko.
So.
After 1 year, we paid.
Come on.
For him, man.
How much do you need to see from that guy?
I don't know. How much do you have to see from that guy?
Nothing.
Don't you think?
But why I say so?
No. But on a serious note, I remember, and I know probably you're going to say it's not the same example, but I'm going to put it on the table either way, and people can react to that as well. I remember when we got Alvarez, everyone the first year was also, who is that guy? Not good enough, etc., etc. Look at how he became one of the most supported players actually this season. Alvarez had a very good, development. Don't you think Bassi can have a development as well?
He can.
He won't.
Not at Ajax. No, I just don't see it. To be honest, I've never seen it with Alvarez as well, and you still see he has proven his worth, absolutely, but you still see his shortcomings. When the level rises, you see his shortcomings, and that won't go away. And the same will be with Bessie.
Yeah,
I disagree.
Okay,
Because
just
Edson
one
has been playing. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have your moment. Just quickly from BRN, was this from the Telegraaf? I think what I said about I think you're referring to the bonus and the signing. I don't know who the source was, to be honest. I didn't find the source, so if anyone knows, please let us know as well on the chat. EyeJax, go ahead, Bessie.
So, and what baffles me is that if they really got 23 million offer this winter, and they really think that they can get 40 million for him, that's just another example of very, very, very bad management. Because we can, and don't get me wrong, I like the guy, I like his intensity, I like his physical presence, but the guy cannot even make a pass for 5 meters. It goes over the sideline, or he fumbles it. With him being in the defense, you're not press resistant. You need certain players with certain ability on all those positions to play the Ajax kind of style and be press resistant. If he is being played in the defense, the good opponents and the great coaches know how to press and leave him open to do the build-up play. You need a certain level, and he just doesn't have it. So if you can get a proper fee for him, offload him. Although I like his mentality and I like his personality, but that's not what is the most important in football.
All right.
Unfortunately.
All right. Papi, your turn.
Yeah, all the points have been said, Juan. So I'm going to keep it short. So.
Short.
Papi?
I'm with EyeJax. I'm with EyeJax on this.
Sahbi, where are you? Are you on the moon?
No, it's because we went on a holiday together. We bonded, so we'll be agreeing. We will agree on everything.
Waiting 10 seconds before we respond.
For sure. So let me go with Sahbi first on this one then. Owen Wijndal, another signing. What do you think, Sahbi?
Wait, we're talking about the best left back of Europe, right?
Allegedly, the best left.
Then it's an easy one. Skip this one.
Yeah, and together with Bergwijn, the best left wing of Europe.
Oh, cool.
Left side of Europe. Okay, so, on a serious note now. Sahbi, Wijndal.
No, seriously, sell. He doesn't have any added value on the left side. For a player that's been playing for so many years in the eredivisie, was one of the leaders at AZ, coming to Ajax without and being basically outplayed by a young player of 16 years old. That should say enough. I mean,
17
sell
now,
him.
but okay, I get what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, 70 now, but
okay. All right, sell. After 1 year, we paid 10 million for him. You will offload him next summer. So this summer, right?
Without a doubt.
Okay, Papi?
Keep and let him fight it out with Salahuddin. I think he will lose it, sit bench, but he has a 3-year contract, right? 2-year still left.
No,
So
he's until 2027, right? Or not?
I thought he was signed for 3 years, but I'm not sure anymore. Anyway, keep him, let him fight it out with Salahuddin. If he doesn't make it, let him sit on the bench. I don't care. I just want double positions on every players on every position for the competition, right?
But what does it mean?
So Hato and Saladin won't be sufficient enough?
Hato, I consider as a replacement for Kaplan and not a replacement on the left back side.
Okay.
a center defender. Okay. And one more question then, Papi. We also have Yuri Bas. What about him?
So,
How you would sell Yuri?
or loan him out. Not ready for Ajax for.
All right, Sahbi, I'm going back to you on Yuri Bas because Papi mentioned, of course, the left back position, so I was triggered by it. So, what would you do with Yuri Bas then, Sahbi?
Now, I would loan him out as well.
Okay.
I would loan him out
All
as
right.
well. Yeah.
Okay. So, EyeJax, 2 names for you: Wijndal and Bas.
Okay. Sell Wijndal and loan Bas.
All right. So you guys agree, Yaiderenko?
We've got all loaders here.
We're not going to keep anyone.
Sell. Go away. Sell.
Which one? Who? Wijndal.
All of them.
Wijndal and Bas. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's amazing.
It's gonna be one-man team for you, Yaiderenko.
It's a long season, Jai, ain't it?
Yaiderenko.
Remember about the joke that Jari Liedman played in the Kuip?
Tell the joke because
What's
I
the joke?
don't know it.
Which
Is the
joke?
Dutch joke?
They were so good in those periods. They just sent Jari Liedman to the Kuip and they all stayed in Amsterdam. And then he came back and then he said, "I'm sorry, guys, we drew." Wow, how good is that? He said, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I took a lead, but in the 5th minute, I got a red card."
All right. Moving on. I don't think we're gonna make it. By the way, you guys are taking so long.
It's okay, man.
Let's go quicker, guys. Let's go quicker. Let's try at least. Hato, Yaiderenko. We can go quickly on this one. Hato,
So, oh no, Hato, keep obviously.
keep and maybe offer him a contract renewal, right?
Yeah, until 2045, I think.
All right. EyeJax.
Yeah, keep and extend.
Keep it extend.
Yes. Sahbi.
Yeah, easy.
Same. All right. I think we have everybody at the back. If I forgot someone, please let me know. Let's go to the midfield. Let me start with another player that is basically, I mean, we know he's leaving. Edson. Would you break the bank, guys? Would you still try to keep him one more year? Yaiderenko?
No.
EyeJax?
He has done tremendous, especially after the terrible beginning, and he showed his worth. But I don't think you should break the bank for him. And I think you should. I don't know how you say it in English. Gunnen him his transfer, and he's to the big leagues.
Yeah, he deserves the transfer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. EyeJax?
I was fan of Alvarez from the beginning, like many were on this channel. So I was not part of that hate group in the beginning. I like the guy very much. I like his mentality, and that is maybe the biggest part that we lose if he parts ways with us. You know, rallying the troops, always fighting, always bringing a certain standard of mentality. But I think it's time to part ways. He has a contract until 2025, I believe. So you're not going to extend it because he still has his wish to go abroad. And I think if you do a proper rebuild next season, if Mislintat is right, 3, 4, or 5 players are good enough to stay, then I think you should go for what we as a club want to be the perfect pivot, you know, somebody who can build up as well, can do the defensive load, and you have to do your utmost to find that profile kind of player. And I think it's
Isn't he
time for
already
us to
here?
go. Sorry?
Isn't he already here?
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. We should have to wait and see.
Yeah. The thing is also about Alvarez, quickly before I go to Papi and Sahbi, is he's been with the club, 4 years? He's now 25, going to be 26. He's not, he's still young, of course, but, it's a normal age also to take the next step. And he should be happy, actually, that he didn't go to Chelsea, if I'm very honest, in the summer.
Saved them.
And also, Kudus should be happy he didn't go to Everton. You see, it's not bad to stay at Ajax, guys. Just saying.
No, if you stay another more season, you can play in the Conference League.
But
That's
still,
better than the championship.
Exactly.
Well, according to you, we will become champions, right, EyeJax?
Yeah, sorry, your internet connection is glitching again, bro. Sorry, can I hear you?
I'll write it
All right.
down. I'll
What?
write
What you
it down
say?
for you. No worries.
Can I hear you? Sorry.
Okay, guys, let's continue. Papi, Sahbi, we were talking about Edson, so he will leave, right?
Yeah, in my mind, he's leaving this summer, and one of the best players. He proved every game that he doesn't belong in the eredivisie anymore. One of the leaders in this team, always at a certain level, doesn't drop down a level. Like he doesn't drop to a certain level, right? Always a standard. And I think him and Kudus brought us a little joy this season in a very shitty season with a shitty team, and these two carried us a little bit in level.
All right.
I got a question for you,
But
Papi.
sell, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, quickly, guys, we don't have much time. Go ahead.
One question. Don't you think Bayern München is a stretch for him?
Yeah, I don't want him to go to Bayern, to be honest. I want him to go to Spain or Premier League,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have to go to a top team for me. He can go to a mid-table team, you know?
I don't think he should go to Premier League either.
If I'm being honest, I love the guy, but I think a subpar level team in a Premier League or in another big competition is the highest for him to go to, because the real big teams, they play a kind of style, and I think his deficiencies in his play will surface in that kind of team. So I think maybe like a mid-level Premier League team at the most, and that's not like hating or stuff. It's just realism.
No, not even. If I'm very honest, guys, if you look at the defensive or holding midfielders in the Premier League, they're all faster. They can like run back and forth quickly and these kind of things. Edson should go maybe more to Spain or Italy, if I'm very honest, or Bundesliga, except for Bayern.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, to be honest. But I'm not his agent, so who knows?
Or Serie A. I would like.
Yeah, Italy, exactly. Okay, so coming back, I think Sahbi, you're the same. Just going quickly, I wanted to drop a comment. We're going back a little bit. I saw a very interesting comment that I just quickly want to run by you guys from La. Thank you for that. He or she is saying, I'd rather have Wijndal get his run than playing those youngsters. If Ajax wants to get on a higher level in Europe, the philosophy of using too many teenagers has to change. What do you guys think about that? It's an interesting point.
We had Tadic, we had Berghuis, we had Klaassen this season. That's all experience, right? What did they do for us? Nothing.
We can just play like Stekelenburg or maybe, Pasveer, and then you have like an average of 30 in the team or something.
No, but on a serious note, I mean, we know the Frank de Boer era. It's not like 10 years ago, but we used to have so many youngsters at the time. We couldn't really do anything in Europe.
Okay, how was our 18-19 season? It was added with 2 experienced players, but most of them were young, no? You don't need that many experienced players.
Hold up. We added 2, but we still had Schöne, for instance, who is not...
Okay, Ziyech, maybe you can count him. But we still had Frenkie de Ligt, Donny van de Beek. We had a couple of youngsters. It wasn't all old.
But also
a low average age.
But also Ziyech was not a youngster, to be honest.
Yeah,
he
but
didn't
I think
experience in Europe, but he was already playing for a long time in the Eredivisie.
With all due respect, I think we should value things
those
differently.
are all good players.
Yeah, but we should watch it differently in Ajax standards, because yes, you can look at it as old in age, that you have certain old players with experience. But if you're at Ajax for 2 or 3 seasons in the first team, even though you're 23 or 24, you can consider somebody old because they have the experience and have been there for a few years. So in my opinion, old has nothing to do with only the age. It also has to do with players being there for 2 or 3 seasons already and being so experienced for the Eredivisie, for the team, that you consider them a veteran, although they don't have the age.
Yeah, understood. All right, moving on, guys. On the midfield, so we had Edson Alvarez. Let's go with Taylor. Yaiderenko.
I would keep him.
All right, EyeJax.
Taylor, right?
Taylor.
Yeah, keep. And I don't know if it's for the bench or for the first team, but keep him in the first team squad, the squad as a whole.
Okay. Papi?
I agree. Potential there with a better coach. He might grow in his midfield work. he can fight it out with Berghuis in the midfield for the number 8 spot, I guess.
Okay. Sahbi?
100% keep.
All right, Sahbi, let me go with you. Berghuis?
Difficult one. Keep, but not for the winger position.
Okay. Yeah.
Same for me, Juan.
Okay.
Same for me.
Same for you. EyeJax?
Same as with Taylor. I'm not sure if it's for the first team, because I do not know what we're going to sign, but I think there's still a lot of quality left there, and I think he will be, for the team as a whole, very important, even if it's maybe a bench player with some subs.
Yaiderenko?
I would not advocate to sell him, but if a club comes, I would.
So if the offer is good, you would consider it, basically.
If the offer is fair, not even good, fair, fine. Then
All right.
I would take the money.
All right. Davy Klaassen, Yaiderenko, for you.
Same.
Sorry?
Same. If there's an offer, go.
Okay.
He did show some value, but you may expect a little bit more as him, and I think you need to rebuild, and I don't think he will be a part of that.
Okay. EyeJax?
I find this one very difficult because it's a child of the club, but if I'm being honest, he's been too ghosty, in most of the matches this season, not being able to carry the team. And I expect from a veteran, someone with the Ajax DNA, child of the club, to be there and be a presence. And he scores those 1-0 goals, but he's been absent too many times for a long period in a game, sometimes the whole game. So if he's willing to accept a role as a rotation player from the bench, I can think he can be useful, but not as a first team player. Although I find it hard to say because I love the guy.
Papi?
So
Sahbi?
After that emotional
No, sell,
response, sell.
No.
Sell. All right. Sahbi, going with you. So we're going reverse again. Let me go with two youngsters, actually. Let me start with Fitz Jim.
Loan.
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 Okay. Loan.
Yeah, I think he's not ready. He doesn't have the body, He needs to work on his physique. So loan and a year in the, fitness room.
A year in the championship.
Yeah, maybe. Like Karud, I think. He's done properly at Volendam now, so maybe it's good for him.
Yeah. Yaiderenko.
Sell.
Sell Fitz Jim. Not even
Yeah.
loan. Sell.
Yeah, but I believe I already stated I would have said goodbye last summer, so shouldn't be a surprise.
Okay, wait, can I ask something? So you don't see it in him, right?
No.
But you don't see it in him even if you maybe switch positions, not as a midfielder, but maybe as a right back.
The problem that Ajax is creating constantly, in my opinion, with these kind of players is that they keep them too long out of their development, out of their growth. And what you see is that they stall and they can almost never recover from that.
Okay.
So for me, it's a sell.
All right. Guys, we have to move on. Everybody reacted, right? On Fitz Jim? Yes. So Yaiderenko. Let me go with Silvano Vos.
Extent.
EyeJax.
What did he say? You broke up.
He said extend. I said Silvano Vos.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, extent, of course. Yeah.
No?
What?
Sahbi,
Well,
what
easy.
is
I mean,
this?
what is this? Say
No?
something, bro.
Do they communicate like this in
What?
your country, man? Like this? What's this?
I said easy, like not easy.
Okay.
All right,
Easy.
all right.
He has to stay.
Okay, has to
guys.
stay.
Sorry,
All right.
guys.
No, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. It's all good. Listen, who else do we have on the midfield that I forgot about? No one, right?
Yeah, you did.
You're the host, bro. Don't you have a list?
Top of my head, bro. Okay, Yaiderenko. I did, actually. Yaiderenko, let me go with Let me go with Kudus.
Break the bank.
So of the three nominees to leave, Kudus is the one that you would want to break the bank for.
Yeah.
Okay. And the three nominees, just to be clear, is Timber, Edson, and now Kudus. But you would break the bank for Kudus. Sahbi would break the bank for Timber, he said. Ajax.
This is a very beautiful moment right now because I totally agree with Yaiderenko.
All right. Papi.
I totally agree with all two of them. I think he's a quality player. Our level is going to go so much down if we lose him. I would do anything we can to keep him, but I know that's an impossible task, right? So I'm not expecting much of it.
Sahbi?
Yeah, of course, I agree with all of them.
Okay. Thank you, guys. A lot of people saying Grealish. Almost forgot about him, of course. So we offered him a 1-year contract.
Oh.
He can be extended for 2 more years this summer. Sahbi, what's your position on this?
Auf Wiedersehen.
What does it
Papi?
mean? What does it mean,
I
bro?
agree, man. I agree. I haven't seen enough from him to see him being capable of a next level. And he was at the same level as what we've seen on the pitch from the others. So, yeah, his passing was a little bit better, but defensively he was lacking. So it was definitely not in balance with Edson, for instance. I think Edson was better as a CDM. Yeah, offload, definitely.
Ajax?
Bye-bye.
Yaiderenko?
Ciao.
All right. Let me go with Conceição. Chico. Yaiderenko.
Keep.
Ajax.
Long-term contract already. Just continue and play him more because this is one of the things that baffled me. He should have been played also in the last match earlier, like more minutes and not at the end. And that's something to blame Heitinga for. He should have given more minutes last matches.
Okay. Papi?
Keep, of course. Yeah.
Sahbi?
Yeah, of course, you need to keep him. 100%.
Okay. Sahbi, your favorite player, Bergwijn. What about him?
If it was up to me, bye-bye.
It is up to you here, Sahbi.
It's up
It's
to
your
you.
opinion.
Yeah. Your name is Sven today.
Then it's bye-bye. I'm saying that, right?
Okay. All right. Papi?
Bye-bye.
Ajax.
Yeah, I'd rather see him go, but only for good money because I cannot handle him going in for 30 million and then being sold for like 15 or 10. So I'd rather keep him on, and hopefully it improves next season that you keep him part of the rotation. But if the good offer comes in, dear God, please take it.
Yaiderenko. A lot of people are saying, by the way, keep, wait and see, give it another season. So, yeah. Yaiderenko?
Okay. Give me one game that you guys saw from Bergwijn where you thought, oh man, he's gonna make it.
Groningen.
Groningen. Start of the season.
One game, okay, in the start of the season. Okay.
What's the
cool.
question, right?
Against-
One game?
against
Yeah,
Groningen.
one game. Okay.
That was your question.
Yeah. That was
No,
enough against Groningen.
Wasn't it the
to
reason?
convince you.
No, hold
This
on.
was out
Your
of
question
form
was
this season,
No.
and next season he will do better.
No,
Okay.
don't stretch the question. Your question was one game. I'm not saying I'm disagreeing with you. Groningen.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but
all right.
wasn't it the reason why we got it is because of the Champions League and the Europa League or something? Because that was the main reasons of all the fans. And
Oh, so that's why he's not.
yeah, he didn't.
That's why.
Give him the stage, man. Sahbi wants to do it, and I told you so. Just
No. But that's the reason you're saying.
No,
That's
no.
the reason why he didn't give us the boost. We didn't play enough Champions League games.
No, I mean he should have been the one that would drag us through the Champions League because
Carry us.
he's
yeah,
the
and
top player
not
within
through the
squad.
mud. Not through
He
the
would
mud.
carry us
right?
indeed. Didn't happen at all.
All right. All
Sorry?
right. No, it's not been a good season for him.
And for all the people that say keep him, based on what are they seeing a good player? Like he can't even set himself higher than the eredivisie. He's at the same level of eredivisie players. What made him a good player? Just because we saw it at PSV, does it mean that he's going to do it at Ajax? No, that doesn't work that way.
Time for the last
So
question, Juan.
a lot of people are saying in the comments, like the first 4 games, especially. Some people are saying Heerenveen. Some people are saying Rangers. Also, the Johan Cruijffschaal, he was good there. Yeah, at the start he was better. That's true.
Is that
The
sufficient?
Dutch squad, he was shit too.
Is that sufficient?
No. That's not what they're saying. They're replying to the question of PapiMento. Yaiderenko, what about you?
What do you think?
I don't know. Tell me.
You're
Rip
the
off
sour
the guy.
king, so it has to be Sel.
I got this feeling you're a bit tired, bro. Is that correct?
No.
All right. So sell Yaiderenko. All right. Yaiderenko, Broby.
Same. Sell.
You would sell Broby.
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
Definitely.
Why?
10 million.
Because he wanted to go. He wanted to stay at Ajax, but he didn't. Then he came back, and Ajax paid 18 million for him and gave him a salary of 2 or 3 million.
Yeah.
And it just seems like he doesn't want to do anything. So,
But if you look at his performance last game, didn't he give you some belief that he has potential? He can do it.
no,
No,
I would have had that if he showed that on the first day. Then I would have believed it. No, it's too late. I think you need to seek a very good Ajax striker that fits, and you have to invest in there because there's nothing that we can put in at the moment. Nothing. No Luka, no Broby, nothing.
Okay. We will come to Luka in a bit as well. EyeJax, Broby.
Very easy for me. Keep playing him the whole season. I know there are some problems with his mentality, but he would have been the top striker in the eredivisie goals-wise easily if he was played like throughout the whole season. He needs to work on himself, and I would advise to extend the staff, Get somebody in who works with these kind of players and drill them. This is important because the talent is there. And Yaiderenko is talking about an Ajax kind of player. I see all that potential in Broby. But he needs to change his mentality a bit. But still, with this mentality, with everybody being shit this season, with the limited minute he's got, he's still one of the, maybe the top scorer in the team, or maybe not anymore, but he scored the most goals, I believe. So he would have easily been, even in this shit season, in my opinion, the top scorer in the Eredivisie at the moment, if he was played consistently, because he was on the bench many, many times. And
But what about EyeJax?
Not without a reason, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying there wasn't a reason for it, but he's the best we have at the moment. Please, no Tadic anymore as a false 9.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
seriously.
But there is this saying going. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but there's this saying that goes: the best skill of any player is to be available for games. So not being injured, but also being able to play games.
That's
And if
true.
you look
But
at Broby, but if you look at Broby, just quickly, if you look at Broby, it's all started even with Ten Hag. Ten Hag already mentioned during game interviews that he has to become much more working on his endurance level. Then Schreuder came, said the same thing about him. Heitinga came, said the same thing about him. So what does that say about him as a player?
that they probably work with the same fitness coach, all 3 of them.
Okay,
So there has to be a change. They, as Ajax, or he needs to get on board and work his ass off, but also give him the confidence, or hire somebody to help him with it. Because in potential, if all the stars align with this guy, he is the best thing we have up front.
I'm
by far.
so sorry. No, he's how old is he? 19, 20? He's getting 3 million euros a year, and people at Ajax need to motivate him. That's the world upside.
No, wait.
Sorry.
Yaiderenko, I will say keep him. Just because I think that if you would get an experienced coach, like for instance, a boss, he would, I swear to God, half this team would play 20% better than what they're doing now, just based on fitness level. So do you really need a separate coach to do that, or do you need just a proper manager that knows how to train his team?
All right.
I can
So-
tell you this: if Bogarde was still on board, I think he would have been on his ass already.
But that says
Probably.
enough also on Robbie, doesn't it?
Yeah,
He doesn't have the internal motivation to do
you
it
know,
for
there
himself.
are
but-
many players that have problems with mentality or motivation or stuff. They're still human. The price tag is there. The price that they get paid is there. But doesn't mean that players that are professional footballers can need some help in certain stuff. You know, listen. We throughout life get a salary. You get a salary. You are at a job. So aren't you allowed to have like a dip or not feeling well mentally or whatever?
Exactly.
We do not know what's at the surface. You don't know the problems. So I
But the
think
problem-
motivational coach
but-
is necessary.
But Ajax, the problems have been there for years and under several coaches. So it may be on him. And I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but don't treat them like they're 5-year-olds, because they're not.
No. But that's a stretch from your side. You do not know what's happening. Maybe if the problem was already there for a few years, did the club do enough to help him in that process? Hold on, wait.
That's
Wait,
not a question.
Look at Ten Hag and Sancho. Sancho got bought for a lot of money, way more than Robbie. Sancho was not feeling well mentally. He wasn't fit. Ten Hag sent him away to Holland for half a year. He's now bringing it more and more in the Premier League. So, as a coach and as a club, is that something that they didn't need to do for him? Because he's worth way more than Robbie. And in your opinion, the players should always be motivated, the best version of themselves. They should not deserve any extra help. So, what do you
Can
think
I
about
say
the
That's not what he
situation?
said. That's
Well,
not what he said.
that's what he
not
said.
what I said. It's totally not what I said. So, because I agree, I think as a club and as a coach, you always should try to help all the players, always, and that's your job, helping them to perform. But with Bobby, what you see is that it's not from yesterday, and it's not something new, and it's not something he doesn't know, because he has been asked about it, and he's always really relaxed on it, and that's fine. But I would say if you get a player, you educate him, and he goes away in the last minute, then you buy him back for 18 millions. I'm not expecting what you see this season.
Yeah, but that's all history. You should judge him just on being a player in this squad.
But EyeJax,
History,
you're
I
making
understand.
3
I
million.
don't-
You're
I do not like
making
history
3 million
also.
a year. There should be some level of
Yeah,
professionalism
sorry,
and
I disagree.
intrinsic motivation to do your work properly, right?
I highly disagree.
Not
with you
everything
both.
has to be handed to you.
I highly disagree with you both, but okay.
All right,
let's,
guys, it's
let's
fine, it's
agree
fine.
to- let's agree to disagree.
Yeah, exactly. Only thing I would say though, you triggered me a little bit, EyeJax, with maybe we should sign somebody else in the staff. Did you guys notice that during the cup game in the extra time, only the Ajax players were cramping up, and nobody from PSV was cramping up? I was totally surprised by that. But anyways,
Did you remember that game against Feyenoord? That Feyenoord only had 2 days and a bit rest, and they played a away game in the Conference League or the Europa League, and
Yeah.
Ajax looked fatigued that day.
True.
So what
Yeah,
does that say about a club? Well, hold on, wait. They all play a lot of money. They all get paid a lot of money, so that there shouldn't be any fatigue. The final
That
players
says
didn't
that-
care
that
about it.
Schreuder
Feyenoord
made a
Who
boosted
mess
says
out of it.
that?
All right.
Who says that? Why are you so angry?
bro.
Ajax?
You did, bro.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
Ask
you did.
the others. No, I
Doesn't
didn't.
matter. It's
All
okay.
right, guys.
No, but it does.
Yeah, but it's
It
okay.
does, assumingly.
Guys, look at the hour mark. We already went over it by 10 minutes. We still haven't covered all the players. So please, let's keep it short now. Moving forward, please.
Let's go.
All right. So let's go with, let's go to our captain, Sahbi Yaiderenko.
I do not dare to say anything anymore.
No, of course.
Say.
Come on, go ahead.
I don't say I would sell him. I wouldn't extend him, but I wouldn't keep him as a base player. I would look for a different solution, and he does have some qualities and some experience and some kind of good mentality, and he goes over the line sometimes, but shit happens. But if there is a club, I believe he has 1 more year. if there's a club, I think I would bite.
But he's also planned, the whole plan of Tadic, right, is also to keep him to
Yeah.
get him
Yeah,
in
so
the
that's
team
fine
staff.
too. That's fine too. That's fine to get him in the staff and get him up to speed to coach in the young teams or be assistant. That's fine too.
But you're saying his role would be less than what we've been seeing.
To be honest, with Schöne, I always said at the beginning of the season, mostly I would bench him, and in the end of the season, he always proved me wrong. So I wouldn't say I would bench you. I would say no. I would not count on him as a base player. But if he shows it, fine. He has quality enough and showed his importance for Ajax. So.
Okay, so we're keeping him either way. That's what you're saying. All right. All right. EyeJax.
Difficult, very difficult, because I'm a little bit afraid of the assists and the goals we lose, and I'm agreeing with the guys that his play hasn't been great. Also those matches he wasn't able to like really be a dominant force like he was in the past. But I'm afraid that we will scratch ourselves behind the ears, if we just part from him already, and then next season you start to realize, whoa, okay, we do miss him a lot with his contributions, and we having difficulties creating chances, because the stat didn't come out of nowhere that he creates the most chances in Europe of all competitions. That also says a little bit about the level of the other players not finishing it off. But yeah, his performances have been poor. Yeah. So I would, in the ideal world, he would be still at the team, and maybe he can get that coaching / player kind of role, but not as a manager, but as a part of the staff that still plays for 45 minutes or still is the bench player, but also is making the transition into the coaching staff. That would be the most ideal thing, I think.
All right. Papi?
Tadic made it clear multiple times that he likes playing full 90 minutes. So I'm kind of hesitant in, is he able to take a bench role even though he's a captain and the leader in the team? I don't see that happening. So for me, if he cannot take that bench role, sell him.
Okay. When you say bench role, are you talking about using him more as a squad rotation player?
I don't like him. Yeah, exactly. Because in certain games he will be able to play, but I don't think he should just be granted to play all the big matches, because he still has to prove it. And I just don't see a position for Tadic now. Like, I don't see him as a striker. I don't see him as a 10. I don't see him as a left winger. So maybe you could use him off the bench to cover those positions a little bit for easy games, let's say. But yeah, after this season, my faith in Tadic is low, and I don't know if he can bounce back. So that's why.
Okay. Sahbi?
Yeah, I mean, I want to keep him. He's still a leader for me, also for a team, but he should accept a lesser role in comparison with these couple of seasons back. And yeah, striker role is not really up for him at this moment. So I would let him focus solely on the left wing position, fight it out. If he loses, then of course he needs to accept that. But there's no guarantee for him to play along this whole season.
Briefly, Juan, I think he deserves to be in the squad and has a fair chance next season. For me, it's too early to say goodbye for good to him, and also already state that he will not be a first team player anymore. I think he is one of the lesser problems in this team, and that there are several other positions that need more priority than the captain. I'm not saying that he should play all and he should not be on the bench, but he should be in the mix next season fighting for that position.
EyeJax, if he's going to fall next season the same amount he did this season, then
he won't play.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe he stated in an interview that nobody's bigger than Ajax, nobody's bigger than the club, not even Dusan Tadic, like a while back, and even the best players should play. And if he could not be of a surplus value for the team, that means also him. So I hope he stand by his words.
All right. Sahbi, going with you. Luca.
Sell him. At least
Yeah, don't extend.
not extend or buy him.
Yeah, we're loaning him
Not
right
triggering the buy option.
now. Okay, Papi,
Same, not extending the loan option.
Ajax.
Arrivederci.
All right, Yaiderenko. Okay. All right, we're going now. I don't think I've missed anyone, but if I missed anyone, guys, let me know. Let me go to the loan players. So we'll do the loan players all at once. So Yaiderenko, Darami, Unifar, Piri, I think, Gorter. Those are the 4, right? Salahuddin, I'm sorry. Almost forgot about Salahuddin. So 5 players.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sell, keep.
So you only keep Salahuddin.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, it's Salahuddin and Darami. Sorry.
Hold on. It's not your turn. It's not your turn. Hold on. EyeJax, go ahead.
Hi, I'm still here. Hello.
Yes.
So repeat the names, please. Unifar,
Of course.
Darami.
Yes. Unifor Darami Piri, who's with Excelsior right now. Kick Piri and let me see, Gorter with Aberdeen
And
Salahuddin with Twente.
okay, Unifar. Maybe not alone. I don't know. Maybe let him fight in the preseason. Gorter keep as a bench player for next season because I think Stekelenburg will be gone. And Darami, he should get a fair chance. I think he's done properly at Copenhagen, and our left side is shit this season. So let him just prove himself. If he's not good enough that preseason, you can also send him on a loan still. So Piri, maybe also as a goalkeeper.
The only thing I would say about Darami, is if he would stay maybe in the summer and the new coach will give, or Heitinga, we don't know, will give him the chance to prove himself, he has to compete with a lot of players on the left side. Don't forget, we also have Gods right now.
Exactly.
It's coming up.
He's not gonna win from Gods. He's not gonna win that. Never.
But maybe he will win it from Bergwijn.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Just you wait.
All right. Clear. So you mentioned all of them, right, EyeJax? You didn't forget anyone. Okay.
think so.
Copy?
Oh, Saladin keep, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Salahuddin keep. Nasi, same as Gorter. Look at the preseason. If they can match the level, keep him, or else loan him out. And then we keep Piri. No? Who else did we have? Piri, sell. Univar and Darami, C. And then we have Gorter still. Yeah. Gorter keep for the rotation on the bench.
What would you do with Darami? C? What do you mean C? Just try him out in the summer, you mean?
Preseason.
Yeah,
Preseason.
preseason
Give him a
and
chance.
determine there.
All right. All right. Clear, Sahbi? Any other points from your side on those 5 names?
Unova loan him out in the Eredivisie, so we can watch him more closely. Gorter keep, but I would loan him out as well, just like he did with in Scotland. But he didn't play that much there, so I would grant him another season at in another league. Furthermore, Piri, of course, sell. Keep Salahuddin, and I would sell Darami.
You would sell Darami already. Okay. All right.
I would sell him because he had a good season. So you might get a proper fee for him. And I don't see him winning it from Gods or from Tadic or from Bergwijn. He has too many competitions. So I would rather sell him for a good fee since he had a good season. And hence move on.
Fair enough.
All right. Fair enough. Exactly. Guys, I think we covered all the players. If I forgot anyone, please drop it in the comments. But I think we had all the players from the first squad. Just a couple of final questions, plural final questions, so you guys don't hold me to it at the end. First of all, guys, just looking at the remaining 4 games, we have AZ on Saturday. We have, I don't know in which order, but we have Groningen, we have Utrecht, and then we have at the end Twente. We did a poll on Twitter, and we asked what our followers thought, how many points we will get, but also how we will end up the season. So 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place. Those are the flavors right now. What do you guys think? How many points can we get from those 4 games, in your view, looking at it from today? And where will we end the season? Yaiderenko, I'll go with you first.
To be honest, I'm very afraid.
You're very afraid. That's the first time you ever said something like that on the channel.
Yeah, I think obviously it can go both ways, but with those 4 games, I believe there's only one game which is in the bag.
Yeah.
But the other 3 are just like PSV, Feyenoord, Berlin, Union Berlin. So I'm not very hopeful. I'm really fearful, but I'm positive because when we don't get Europa League, Van der Sar is going to go, and that's a good thing, I think.
You're referring to his interview years, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when he said, "When we play Conference League, I won't be here."
Everyone is referencing to that, especially when it happens.
All right, okay. So just for the viewers, for us, how many points? What will be the end position?
I hope to.
Second place, so 12 points then. All wins. All
Wishful thinking.
All right. EyeJax.
Yeah, I need to uphold my Mr. Positive vibes in this group. But
Absolutely, it was a shitty league. We would win everything.
Yeah, it is a shitty league. It is a shitty league. I stand by my words, and I already said that we're shit also, but that we were this shit, I wouldn't have expected, to be honest. It will be very difficult to remain in third, let alone grab that second place. So,
yeah. Okay.
I'm pleading the fifth.
No, so you're not going to say how many
You
points?
can't.
I'm pleading the fifth, man. I'm pleading the fifth. Sahbi's been on my back for 6 days in London. Told you so, bro. Each corner. Told you so. I already told you so. I told you so.
Okay.
I'll bring some.
Man, so I plead the fifth.
I'll bring some hope for you guys. I think we'll get 12 points. Kudus is back. Our team is better with Alvarez and Kudus in the same team. Taylor also back for a little bit of creativity. We're going to dominate those matches. 12 points in the back. I think we'll still be third, but we will win all the matches.
If we get 12 points, do you really think we'll end up third in the league? Do you think PSV will win everything?
Yeah, I think so.
PSV has to play Sparta this weekend, and the last game is AZ.
Look, we have to win all our matches. Doesn't matter what PSV does. I hope they lose and then we're second, but I think they're gonna win everything. So
hold up, did I just miss?
have to win it.
Did Papi say we will get 12 points?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Did you guys
okay.
trade
baby.
places?
Kudus, man.
What happened, Papi? What's wrong with you?
No,
man?
man, I don't recognize this guy anymore.
Wait. If Kudus had played that cup, you know it would have been a different result. If Taylor had played that game, we would have had a little bit better football. I'm expecting these teams are not going to be pressing us like PSV did. Absolutely not. So I think we're going to be.
Yeah, but that's a lot of ifs and buts, you know. If my uncle was built differently, she would be my aunt. So
Hey,
yeah.
you pleaded the fifth, so
If
keep
my
quiet.
grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
Exactly. Okay, so Sahbi, not so long ago you said, I've always said in recent weeks, we should be more afraid of looking down than looking up. So what would you say? How many points and what would be the end position?
I think we will get 10 points. And I think we will win against AZ. I'm quite positive about that, to be honest. I don't know based on what, but I have a good feeling. But I think we will lose points against Twente, the last game. So I think we will also become third or remain third because PSV won't lose that many points, unfortunately.
All right. Unfortunately. So yeah, that's it then, guys. It was the end of the stream. Just quickly, one person said, because I asked if I forgot somebody, we touched upon Chico already, so I think you've missed it, but you can check it back if you want. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you also so much for engaging and helping us out. There was a nice and lively discussion. One thing is for certain, we know that Sven has a lot of work to do. Somebody also mentioned this in the comment earlier. He has a tough job ahead of him, and let's see what he can do. But at the same time, we have 4 games to go. Let's end as strongly as possible this season. Who knows? Who knows? There is a surprise still left. You know, we can still become second, guys. You never know. But thank you all, and see you, and see you all next week on the next live stream. Bye, guys.